Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
Tom Mobile has a question for you. That's Tom Rabbit. Would you like to let him talk?
Tom Rabbit?
Yeah.
You can come on, Mike.
All right, Tom Mobile, you can come on. Oh, his server muted. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I had a question for Darth. The question is...
Yeah, I'll answer your question, but you better be prepared to answer mine.
Oh, I thought this was an AMA.
Yeah, but you're a special case.
My question...
Grow up, little man.
Okay. My question is, before you said that if you were in a chance world, you were asked, would it be possible for you to have all the same beliefs? And you said yes. Would you care to explain that?
If I was in a chance world, I could have the same beliefs.
Same beliefs.
Well, they wouldn't be all with the respect that those beliefs some of which could not be God given. They could superficially.
Well, it would necessarily be that.
They could be
because
superficially.
it's stipulated in the
are you gonna let me answer? Okay. In one sense, they superficially could be the same, but beyond a superficial level, they would not be the same, because certain beliefs in the Christian worldview are God given. So that statement that I made was in reference to the superficiality of those beliefs.
Right. So it's stipulated in the question that it's a chance world.
Yeah, and I'm answering it. I'm telling you, at a superficial level, okay, you could have those beliefs, because then we wouldn't be inquiring as to what was the ground of those beliefs. It would just be a superficial analysis. But from one perspective, it would be the case. But from a different perspective, they would not be.
Right. So the answer is yes. So the question is,
depending on the perspective.
Well, the perspective is that you're in a chance world.
Okay. The answer to the question is, at a certain perspective, okay, the superficiality of the belief would be the same. But from another perspective, they would not be the same, because certain beliefs are either God ordained or not God ordained. Okay. So right. Do you know what? Have you ever heard the term multi-perspectival?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay. It comes from John Frank. Okay. So I'm adapting that saying that from a certain perspective, they would be superficially the same, but from another perspective, they would not be the same. Okay,
right,
because
so
in the Christian worldview, certain beliefs, okay, that we have rudimentarily are ultimately God-derived and God-given. Whereas in a chance world, those beliefs would superficially resemble each other, but ontologically they would not be derived from God. So it depends on the perspective.
Right, so the idea that you're in a chance world and you have all the same beliefs is coherent.
No, in a chance world, nothing is coherent.
Why?
There's no ultimate reference point. So then how does anything mean anything?
I don't even know
what would determine what anything is, can be, or cannot be? What would impose that?
Because you don't know what it is in a chance
world. That's not an answer. That's not an answer to my question.
Well, I thought it was my question.
In a chance world, I know that, but I told you that I'll take your questions, but you're going to answer some questions too.
Right. Well, here's the
wait a minute. Are you the big boy Tom Rabbit who steals my content to get lots of hits, and that you mock and ridicule me? You don't have the balls to answer a couple of my questions?
No, I will.
Oh, good. Then you're going to answer a couple of my questions too.
So the question
have I been answering your questions?
It's not even the question yet, really.
Have I been answering your questions?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do you know you're not in that world?
How do I know that I'm not in that world? It's because God has made me to know that I'm not.
That's a belief.
Yeah, God has made me to know that it's not that way. And in fact, nobody actually believes that they're in that world. Nobody does.
A lot of people do. They're called atheists.
No, 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 no. You do not believe. Are you an atheist?
No.
Oh, what are you?
Hold on a second. Let me just finish up and then I'll answer your
No, I'm
question.
not going to hold on a second. What are you?
I will answer your question.
We're gonna try this one. No, we're listen, little man. We're not gonna play your little games here. What are you?
I'm an agnostic, but listen.
Okay. Now, do you believe?
When you
Okay.
listen, I thought, look, this is an AMA, right? I'm asking you a
Go
question.
ahead.
Can I please finish? Listen.
Sure.
You thinking that God has revealed it to you is a belief. And in a chance world, you said you could have all the same beliefs. So how do you know that belief? I mean, you can't appeal to a belief because that's one of your beliefs.
Is that your objection?
I'm asking you to explain it because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Nobody holds, in spite of what they might say, that they are in a chance world. Nobody believes that unless they're
Who cares? It's
schizophrenic.
irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Well, nobody believes that they're in a chance world. I don't
I
believe
don't
I'm in a
see.
chance world. Okay.
Yeah, I know you don't believe you're not in a chance world,
Right.
but in a chance world, you could have all the same beliefs.
Okay. Yeah, but you see, you're positing a chance world as though it were a potential actual. Is that correct?
It's well, yeah.
Is a chance world a potential actual?
It's a hypothetical. Yeah, so it's
No,
it's
no,
a
that's not an
potential.
answer to my question. Okay.
Yes, the answer
Is
is
a
yes.
chance world. Okay, good. You've now stepped on a landmine. It just now you're dog food all over the ground. Okay.
Yeah, show me.
Now, okay, because you see, when you say it's a potential actual, what you're saying is it is a world view that might be real,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Now, is that your position?
yeah.
Okay. Now, um, is that your
Mm-hmm.
worldview? Is your worldview that you're in a chance world?
It's a potential actual.
No, I didn't. Okay, no, listen to me. Answer the question, big
Look, I
man.
don't know if I'm in a
If you're
God or not God
if
world,
you're
sir.
if you're listen,
Yes.
I'm trying to be patient with you. Okay, I'm just demonstrating to the audience that you're a doofus. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're not that smart, Tom. All right, now I asked you a question. Does your world that you are in your worldview, does it constitute where chance is ultimate?
I don't believe in the necessity of not God, and I don't believe in the
Okay.
necessity of
If
God.
you listen to me, if you prevaricate again, you will be muted. You'll be
It's a
removed from the
straightforward
discussion.
answer.
You know it was not. Listen carefully. Is your model of reality where chance is ultimate? In other words, there is nothing identifiable,
I don't even know if
sensible.
there is something ultimate,
Okay,
Darth.
okay, okay. Now, since you have nothing that is
Don't
identifiable,
threaten to
okay,
try and kick
okay,
me
listen,
because I
listen,
know you
listen,
want to try and
okay,
ask me your
Tom,
gotchas. So just go ahead.
don't be rude or overtalk me, okay? Because I'm only going to tolerate you so far, okay?
You're gonna give me
I'm
about
only
8 last chances. You're gonna
Please
tolerate a
do
lot.
not. Okay, hey, listen. If you want to be the little snot-nosed punk you are, a man, what, in your 30s, you want to behave like a little teenager, be my guest. But I'm just going to expose you for the clown that you are. Now, I asked you a
Mm-hmm.
question. Okay. See, the fact that you can't carry on a civil adult conversation with me, you have to play these little games, shows you for the man child, the teenager trapped in an adult body that you are. Now, I asked you a question. Okay. Do you believe that there is nothing that is ultimate that dictates what is, can be, or cannot be?
No.
Okay. Do you believe that there is anything at all that institutes and secures what is, can be, or cannot be?
I'm agnostic on this ultimate thing.
Okay. No, no, no. I didn't ask if you were agnostic. I asked you, do you believe?
I don't believe in the affirmative, and I don't believe in the negative.
Okay. So
Is that clear?
you do not believe that there is something that dictates what is, what can be or cannot be. You don't have a
Right,
positive belief in
and then
that.
you're going to say, therefore, I believe
Is that
not
correct?
But
Is
if
that
you
is
ask
that
me,
correct?
do I believe
Okay,
not
Tom.
that first?
Tom, we're
I'll
not
believe
going to do we're not going to have an argument like you're a little man child. We're going to do this like big boys, Tom.
Mhm.
Okay? Now, you do not positively believe that there is something that is ultimate and absolute that institutes what is, can be, or cannot be. You don't have
Like,
that.
why do you want it? Well, how about I just give you my argument
Last
against
chance,
God?
Tom. Hey, Tom. Last chance. Okay.
Listen, let me
I
just
asked.
say my
Okay.
thing.
Bye, Tom. Okay.
No, no,
We're
no. Hold on a
we're
second. Hold
done.
on a second.
No, we're not. We're
Wait.
not going to hold
Look,
on.
I'm gonna do better than answer the
No,
question.
no. We're going to do
I'll
better
give
than
you.
that. You're gone. Bye, bye. He's done. Okay. Look, you give a guy a rope and he hangs himself. Okay. What a super clown. Okay. He was removed not because I disagree with him. He was removed because of his chronic trolling and prevarication. And I think it's evident for everybody to see, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Rabbittt.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what a man-child. I mean, the one thing about so many atheists, they're indefatigable in their prevarication. They're unrelenting in their dodging and being argumentative and being contrarians. Okay. How many chances did I give him? How many warnings did I give him? Okay. Now, they will accuse me of wanting to get rid of him as quickly as possible. I didn't want to get rid of him. But I have standards. There's only so much BS and prevarication and obfuscation and misdirection I'm going to put up with, right? And I probably gave him double or triple the amount of opportunity to redeem himself that I would have given to other idiots. This is what they do when they don't even have confidence in their own intellectual ability, to debate this issue like an adult. They have to behave like little teenagers at the cafeteria table at lunch hour at ninth grade. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to put up with that forever. He was warned over and over again. Bye-bye, Tommy boy.
That mean you'll still never debate him on modern day debate?
I told him that we're going to have a discussion, okay, where it would be on Discord, one or more discussions first, so that he can show that he can operate in good faith in an adult manner. He did not conduct himself in good faith here today.
This is a different situation.
No, ma'am. This is not a different situation. He conducted himself like every sleazy atheist that I encountered does, by prevaricating, dodging, obfuscating, okay, and playing little games. Now, how many opportunities did I give him to redeem himself with his little contrarian tactics?
Well, I think he was waiting for you to answer his question.
Okay, yeah. Put down the bong, call 911, tell them that you're hallucinating. Okay. All right.
Not high right now, but
Yeah. Well, but after that remark, I sure think that you are.
well,
Obviously, you
I
must
guess you
have
don't know
downed
that many
something.
stoners.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
so
then
so
what?
you're
Explain to me.
so you're
Then
saying no,
explain
he
to
will
me.
not?
Then explain to me why you're so delusional about what transpired between Tom Rabbittt and his nonstop prevarication. Well, listen. Let's see if you're a liar too. Was he nonstop prevaricating when I was asking him fair questions?
Well, I think he was. If he was prevaricating, he was doing so because he was trying to get back to his question, which was the whole point of him being here.
No, I was answering all of his questions in good faith, didn't I?
I don't believe that was the case.
Okay, get the hell out of here, you lying sack of crap. Okay, yeah. Don't you love these atheist trolls? Okay.
Wait, am I unmuted?
Well, they talk about people like me and others being Darth sycophants, so maybe she was one of Tom's sycophants.
Yeah. Look. When you turn to vigorously disagreeing into a lying sack of crap, I'm done with you. Listen, I'm not putting up with this crap. Right? When you lie to my face, okay? When you sit there directly lie to me when I'm here the whole time, Tom was nonstop prevaricating. Right?
Tom wants to present an argument.
Shtick.
He wants to present an argument that God doesn't exist. Will you let him come back?
No. Okay. No, I'm not going to let him come back. Okay. I would have allowed him to do that, but because you see, Tom wanted to act like the little man-child that he is. And am I insulting him? You're darn right I'm insulting him because it's called for. Okay. And I will call out any of the atheists who act this way. I gave him plenty of opportunity to conduct himself. Okay. He was non-stop prevaricating and being argumentative with me. I answered all of his questions in good faith. Okay.
I guarantee you, if he was in a circle to where he was surrounded by other atheists and non-believers, he would have been far worse.
There was no, listen to me, there was no prevarication on my part whatsoever.
But because he ain't in a room to where he can control and act a fool, he just crashes and burns really, really fast.
Yeah, I mean, if he wanted to break the ice and make me feel that he's gonna interact with me like an adult, he was acting in the exact opposite manner to get that accomplished. Okay. Look, I don't care if people think this is entertaining or not. I'm not putting up with this infantile behavior. I'm just not doing it. All right. And listen, there are people who are regulars in here, both friend and foe alike, who see me having conversations and debates with unbelievers every single day where they don't act like this. I have regulars in here who witness me every day complimenting people and saying to them at the end of the discussion, you know what, we didn't agree on almost anything, but you conducted yourself in a very intelligent and adult manner, and I want to thank you for doing that. How many times have you regulars heard me do that?
A lot.
But guess what? Yeah, we all know, listen.
Fanboy, being paid to say this right now, so
Yeah. We all know what kind of ilk Tom Rabbittt is, and the typical participants in the atheist ghetto. We all know it. Okay.
One more question.
Now, also another thing is, given his chronic clickbait titles about stealing my content of interacting with other people, just on that criterion alone, I could have said, "Go pound sand, you scumbag," which I consider that he is. He's an unethical, disreputable person in my personal view. But I didn't do that. I let him talk, and I took his questions, and I answered them in good faith repeatedly. But when it was my turn to ask questions, amazingly, he had a massive blood transfusion from shallow Shannon Q duck lips. Okay? Go ahead.
Were you going to ask him one question, or did you just want to ask him questions back?
I wanted to ask him a couple of questions. Now, did I not answer multiple questions to him in good faith? Did I not do that? Yeah, I did. And no one can accuse me of being evasive.
By the way, there was no set amount of questions that was stipulated. He said, I will answer your questions, but in return, you're going to answer some of mine. So there was
I was asking Darth.
Yeah. I laid out the ground rules and to begin with. And then he wanted to play the little girl. It's in the AMA. You can't ask me questions. Why not?
I thought you had a specific
And
question.
did you hear? Did you hear what he said? He committed philosophical suicide. Okay, he says he doesn't believe that there is anything necessarily ultimate. Guess what? He just stepped on a philosophical landmine. It's over. Therefore, he's in no position whatsoever to say what is, can be, or cannot be. Because there's nothing that ultimately or foundationally that dictates any of that. Consequently, since he doesn't believe that there's anything that instantiates and sustains what is, can be, or cannot be, therefore, whatever comes out of his mouth is simply colossal ignorant conjecture.
Oh, he's not here anymore.
So what? And he's not here for good reason.
He can't, talk.
He has Arc accounts on here.
Who cares? The bottom line here is he was given an opportunity to conduct himself in an adult manner. He chose not to. And what he's going to do is he's going to take this recording and he's going to put some clickbait title on it on his YouTube channel, because the guy has no other content to put up other than a grown man recording other people's conversations and giving it clickbait titles so he can earn an extra 20 or 30 bucks a month with the views so he can go buy beer or whatever he wants to ingest.
They might call it like Darth runs from Tom or Darth suppresses.
And if you haven't seen the dozens and dozens and dozens of clickbait titles, this is why he's such a disreputable person, and he doesn't care because he's an atheist. There's no
not because
ultimate
he's an atheist.
Of course,
I'm an atheist. I take that offensively.
Why are you offended at that? Because in atheism, there's no grounds for ethics. He just picks his ethics from pure ignorance, and I don't mean that as an insult. He admitted it. Did you not hear him say he does not believe? Listen to me. Why am I not surprised?
I think he's really smart. I think he's got a lot to say.
You are one gullible young woman. You are very gullible. He's not. If he's so smart, then why did he act like an imbecile?
I didn't catch that.
Okay, push the bong away. Call 911.
Don't get mad at me now. Don't boot me.
I'm not mad. No, I'm not booting you. I'm just telling you to push away the bong, call 911, and tell them that you're delusional.
I only do that before bed. It's not bedtime.
Yeah.
So you didn't have something you directly had in your mind that you wanted to ask him other than just, like back and forth?
Did I have a laundry list prepared? No.
For one question.
I usually ask my questions because I'm well practiced at this. I just do it extemporaneously.
Okay, it sounded
The point is simply this. The point is simply this. He did not operate in good faith. He did not conduct himself as an intelligent adult interlocutor at all. He just acted like a snot-nosed, defiant teenager at the lunch table. Okay? How much do you think I'm going to put up with that? Look, I'm well known for years not putting up with that. I won't put up with it. I don't care if it's not politically incorrect. I don't care if atheists get their jollies. Oh, look at Darth. I don't care. I'm going to call these people out for the scumbags that they are. They behave very badly. I was watching a video the other night of two atheists doing a review about me. Okay, it showed up on my YouTube feed. I looked at it briefly, and I just laughed. The one guy who owned the channel published a mirror of slanderous, defamatory material that was entirely false. And when I contacted him personally, he was uncontrite and unrepentant. This is what kind of vile people we're talking to. Then the other person is a guy, an atheist from Canada, whose name, escapes me at the moment, right? who I debated on Modern Day Debate. And he trolled from the beginning to the end of our interaction. And then he has the temerity to sit there and do a review about me and saying, I conduct myself in bad faith. I mean, where do they grow these people? Maybe I'm just a bit surprised because, you know, in the community that I grew up, the school system that I went to, the people that I interacted with, friends, relatives like this, I never came across such a group of persistently and chronic pathological liars as the atheists do. I don't have a vendetta against them, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. They are just chronically terrible. And they're shameless about it. Go ahead, defend your boyfriend, Tommy Boy.
He's not my boyfriend. Trust me. No, he's not my boyfriend. He's just a very good friend. I think he's a good friend. Oh, online, as far as online goes.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that online.
And you think he's smart.
Yeah, I think he's kind of. Yeah, I think he's got.
I wouldn't call that performance. I wouldn't call that performance smart.
Can I say something that you might not like?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you think you're a little tyrannical in your conversations with people on the opposite side?
No.
You are thought of.
I am.
You know that, right?
I am very aggressive and assertive when people cross certain lines of prevarication and deception. Then I get aggressive. Okay.
It's
what you call tyrannical is me being persistent, staying focused, and staying focused on the questions at hand that they want to dodge. Okay.
Okay. I don't want to get you upset.
I'm not upset. You've disagreed. You've criticized me. I'm not upset.
Is there no way you'll do modern day debates with Tom or anybody else?
Not after that bad performance. Did I not tell him the last encounter that I have? I said we're gonna have a couple of interactions first to show that you're gonna act in good faith like an adult. And the one time he does show up, when he knew ahead of time what my standards were, he acts like an imbecile. You want to tell me, hold on a second. You want to tell me that he acted in complete good faith here and he was not prevaricating? You want to tell me he acted in good faith in his entirety of his interaction with me?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No. Did he act in good faith from beginning to end?
No, I don't think he did.
He's a bad faith
actor. I thought
actor.
he was trying. No, I don't think he's a bad faith actor.
Okay, get out of here, you lying sack of crap.
I think he's acting for YouTube content.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Well, I mean, he only came in here for the YouTube content. That's all he came in here.
That's okay. I don't mind. Okay, because he got exposed for the idiot that he is. Okay, and when I say the idiot that he is, I'm talking about the idiocy that he chooses to be. He doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, the thing is, he had no expectation this conversation was going to truly go anywhere.
Look, he was a bad faith actor. I answered all of his questions good faith. Then it was my turn to answer some question. He turned into a little troll. This is exactly what Shallow Shannon Q Ducklips did. Okay? This is what every single one of the interlocutors on Modern Day Debate did, with the exception of Mark Drysdale. Every single one of them. I defy anybody in here or anyone listening in the YouTube world to point out one of the interlocutors on Modern Day Debate, other than Mark Drysdale, who did not engage in persistent trolling in the interaction. Just point out one of them and we'll do a review. You won't be able to pinpoint one of them who was a good faith actor. This is what they do because they cannot intellectually defend their not Godism.
I mean, ultimate authorities is left testicles and worldviews is looking cheesecake, really? And that's not trolling to you guys? Come on.
Yeah, so you can see there. So the people who are regulars with me in the Reformation server, did I not give a golden opportunity for Tom Rabbittt to interact with me like an adult, and he purposely
Man,
blew it.
to be quite
He,
honest, I didn't expect you would even talk to him. So
okay,
that went a
well,
long
yeah.
way to suggesting that you were at least
Yeah.
trying to open up some sort of
Oh,
dialogue.
yeah, I could have said, "Go away, little man, you grown man doing clickbait YouTube videos and getting off on it." I mean, what type of adolescent mindset in a grown man produces somebody who does all of these obsessive videos? Okay, but I guess the Darth Dawkins derangement syndrome, is contagious, and it spreads from one atheist to another. Look, if they find me so contemptuous, if they find I'm so ridiculous, why bother to pay attention? Why?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, the vast majority of them didn't have to show up for this AMA.
Look, I gave him, I answered his questions in good faith. He asked me a number of questions, just like Shannon Q, right? And then I started to ask him one or two questions, and immediately he wanted to play the contrarian game, right? But you see, he shot himself in the foot. At least in one of his answers, he made it clear he doesn't positively believe. He doesn't have a positive belief that there is something that is absolute, ultimate, that institutes and secures what is, can be, or cannot be. So therefore, he's not in a position to debate anything. He's not in a position to have a conversation with anybody, because then whatever he does assert will be colossal ignorant conjecture. It'll be based upon nothing, because there's nothing identifiable that instantiates and sustains what is, can be, or cannot be. The proof of the Christian worldview is that without the Christian God, you can prove nothing. If you claim you don't have a reason to believe in God or the Christian God, then you won't have a reason to believe in anything. Did you hear what Tom Rabbittt said? He goes, "Oh, I don't believe that anything is ultimate, dictating what's possible or impossible. I don't believe anything is ultimate that dictates what is, can be, or cannot be." Good. He just proved my point. If you claim you don't have a reason to believe in God, then you don't have an ultimate foundational reason to believe in anything. He proved my point. Thank you, Tom Rabbittt. By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbittt?